Yes, we are back in 95 WIIL ROCK Studio East. This time, we welcome a band who's never been here, Trust Company.
What's up?
Hey, guys.
Oh,
Thank you for having us.
How are you this afternoon?
We're doing great.
Good.
Good. It's so
Awesome.
good to see you. Nice to meet you all. Welcome to 95 WIIL ROCK.
Thank you for having us.
You guys are playing tonight at House of Blues with Drowning Pool, Pop Evil, and A New Revolution. And I mentioned it's your first time here, but in the grand scheme of things, it's good to have you guys back.
Awesome. Yeah, it's
Been
good to
a
be
while
back.
since we've heard
been
from
a
Trust
long
Company.
Time. That's right.
So taking that bit of a hiatus after putting out 2 records, now after 6 years you're back in the game with
Right.
Dreaming in Black and White. So what's it like to be back? Was it a tough transition, or have you been working? What kind of, how did this happen?
It feels good to be back because we've been gone for, like you said, almost 6 years, 5.5
Yeah.
years. So you talk about antsy to get back on the road. That's us 3. That's
Sure.
4. We got a new guy with us now. But yeah, we've been gone for so long, so getting back, this is our first tour in forever, and so it feels good to get back out, play live again, and hang out with bands and have a good time. So we're loving it.
Awesome. What were you doing through those 6 years that you were out of, Trust Company was out of the scene?
We've actually been back together playing for a couple of years. We've just been doing it on our own. We've done local tours just by ourselves.
And with the X's
We did,
and the Dreaming.
We did a couple of like real small tours on our own. And then we got a deal, and so we made a new record, and so now we're out doing it full force again. So
The
Awesome.
truth is, we hit the lottery and we spent through all of our earnings, so
Yeah.
we got to work again.
Right. I'm sure that's how it happened. Exactly. So with Dreaming in Black and White, what could you say is different about Trust Company, though still that, having your voice is really distinguishable, but even outside of that, when people are hearing the new stuff, they're saying, yeah, that's Trust Company. So what did you do different but yet kept your sound?
I think it was over the course of time. What a lot of people don't realize is that our last record came out in 2005, but most of it was recorded in 2003, and there was a little bit of a break there before the record actually came out. So it's been a long time, and a lot of these songs were written over a very long period of time. And I think any band in that period of time grows and grows and grows and gets more influences and listens to new things. So hopefully over that time, we've matured a little bit, and we wrote a record that we really loved. Our label was really good to us. They just told us to go in the studio and write what we love, so we did it. And so
That's nice
it was-
because,
oh, gosh.
as you probably know from previous albums, that's not usually
not
what happens.
always the case, no.
Well, the great thing
So-
is most of this stuff was written before we had a deal. So there was no pressure from anybody. Write a single, write this kind of song, that kind of song. So we just
Get it
wrote
together in 3 months.
whatever
Exactly.
we wanted.
Bingo, yeah. It was just like
Yeah, but we had 5 years, so.
Awesome, yeah, plenty of time to
Yeah.
get some good stuff written down,
Right.
right? Well, your current single, "Heart in My Hands," which we are playing, you have the bass player from Skid Row in that video.
We
so
did.
how did that happen?
Well, I'm actually a huge 80s fan.
Okay.
So he lives in Atlanta, and we're from Alabama, so we're right next door. And we had met a couple of times before, and we were coming to Atlanta, and we just called him up and said, "Hey, we didn't have a bass player at the time. We recorded the record with just us 3." And we were like, "We need a stand-in on bass." And he was like, "Well, I'll do it." And I was like, "Oh, yes.
Nice.
Yes. That's like a dream come true for me.
Right, because that's what you grew up listening to, and
Absolutely.
then here he's in your video playing
yeah.
your song.
I grew up on Guns N' Roses and Skid Row and all the, for me, I was like, this is a dream come true. So it was
Awesome.
sick.
The coolest thing is he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Like, no ego at all, just completely chill.
And if he had one, he'd kind of be deserving of it. So it's
Of
cool
course,
to hear
yeah.
that he's a nice
I
guy.
expected it, but he didn't have it, so it's great.
Awesome. Well, what are you guys going to do for us here this afternoon? Are you going to do something new, or are you going to go back and do some of the older Trust
We're
Company?
going to do Downfall, the old school. We've actually only played this acoustic a couple times. So this is like all the touring we did in the past, we never really did an acoustic gig. So this will be like the 3rd or 4th time we played it. But
Awesome.
yeah, we're going to do
Awesome.
the old school.
Well, here for us this afternoon, live in Studio East, here's Trust Company with Downfall. 95 WIIL ROCK, the rock station.
Fear in me so deep, and it gets the best of me. In the fear I fall, here it comes, face to face with me. Here I stand, hold back so no one can see. I feel these wounds. Step down, step down, step. Not breaking. I break away, push fall back on me, and I'll be the strength I need to save me now. Just come face to face with me. Stay in place, and you'll be the first to see me heal these wounds. Step down, step down, step. Am I breaking? Can I break away? Push me away, make me fall, just to see another side of me. Push me away, you can't see what I see, the other side of me. Go! Can I break away? Push me away, make me fall, just to see another side of me. Push me away, you can't see what I see, the other side of me. No one can see anything on the other side of me. I walk, I crawl, lose everything when you put me down fall. No one can see anything on the other side of me. I walk, I crawl, losing everything when the down fall.
WIIL ROCK, the rock station, live in Studio East with Trust Company. Love that song. Acoustic came out cool, so that's good.
Cool.
For only being 3 or 4 times in, I dig
Yeah.
it. I dig it. Love that record too. It's funny. Really quick story about how I started listening to you guys was I went to college a couple hours away, and I would always give rides to the kids around here. I guess I was the only one with a car out there. And this guy, I picked him up in Rockford along the way, which doesn't mean anything to you, but to you guys, you know, like kind of along the way. I went to school in Iowa. And he's like, hey, have you ever heard of this band Trust Company? I said, no, let's do it up. So I kind of secretly, when we stopped and got gas, like took it out and put it in my car, you know, so I could keep it. So he's like, you know, a little while later, he says, you know that band Trust Company? I said, no, who are they? So I'm pretty sure I left the CD in your car. I said, no. Well, sure enough, I gave him a ride again, and it was in the CD player. So I gave you $15 last time. I said, you can go buy yourself a new one because I love it. So needless to say,
awesome.
a stolen Trust Company CD is how I became a fan.
That's
so
awesome.
yeah,
That's
cool.
awesome.
Well, again, you can see these guys tonight at House of Blues with Drowning Pool, Pop Evil, and A New Revolution. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for
Nice
having
to meet
us.
y'all, and we hope to see you again soon.
Definitely. Thank
All
you.
right, live with Trust Company, 95 WIIL ROCK Studio East, 95 WIIL ROCK, the rock station.